Hey there, Lisa. I just wanted to thank you again for today. I know that you've been really busy lately, but I just appreciate you making the time for our date.
Oh, Roderick, the pleasure was all mine. If anything, I'm sorry that I've been so busy that we haven't seen much of each other lately.
Oh, you don't have to worry yourself with that. You have your own life, and I totally respect that. Besides, you have your own daughter to worry about, and obviously she should come first.
Well, I'm really glad that you've been so understanding of dating a woman with a child. After all, that little girl really is my whole world.
And I wouldn't expect it any other way for someone in your position. So I hope you know I'm expecting to be in your schedule every free space you get. You need to be spending time with Kaylee as well.
I know, but the truth is that sometimes I feel like I'm kind of taking advantage of you like this. After all, I'm sure a man like you could find plenty of women who are much less busy than I am. And I've already made it clear to you that my #1 priority is always going to be Kaylee.
What other woman would I ever want to date? I think you've done amazing as a single mother, and I really admire the hard work and love that you show your daughter. By the way, have you asked her about me yet? Can I finally meet her?
Well, I did finally tell her that I had a boyfriend, and I told her a little bit about you. But she told me that I shouldn't settle until I found the perfect man.
Well, I'm just glad to know that the two of you look out for each other then.
And to think that she's only in 6th grade saying that sort of thing to me.
Wow. So I guess that means that she was in the 4th grade when we started dating, huh?
I know, they really do grow up so quickly. I can hardly believe how fast the time has gone. Not only that, but these little kids are growing up so quickly, too. Kaylee already tells me that the kids her grade are getting girlfriends and boyfriends, if you can believe it.
Well, I guess the times have certainly changed, haven't they? When I was a little kid, I was really only thinking about what I was going to have for lunch that day and how much time I'd get to spend with my friends. That and who was going to be king of the hill on the playground.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, I just mean when I was little, there was this hill on our school's playground. We all had this idea that it was the best spot in the whole field. So all the boys would always push and shove each other to try to claim it until recess was over, pretty much.
And you're telling me that you were one of those little boys pushing and shoving to stand on a hill?
I mean, I hardly ever got to stand on top of it, to be perfectly honest with you. But it was a really fun game at the time. Anyways, I just want you to know that I take my relationship with you really seriously. And I want to respect Kaylee's feelings too. But since we've been dating for 2 years and she knows about me, do you think I could finally meet her? I mean, if I could be honest with you, I've even been starting to think about marriage.
Well, it has already been 2 years since we started seeing each other, hasn't it? And you're right, she does know about you now, so maybe it is time that you finally meet her. But I'm not sure how Kaylee is going to feel about me getting remarried.
Oh, really? Do you think she'll be against it if we bring it up to her? I would really feel bad if it made her feel uncomfortable.
I don't know, I still have to talk to her about it. But I can honestly say that having someone around the house I could count on would be a huge help. But we don't need to talk out all of those details right this moment.
I'm just glad that you have someone at home with you who already cares so much about your well-being.
It's true. I really am just so pleased with how Kaylee has turned out. I was so worried when I became a single mother that I would screw her up somehow. But I've always done my best to always put her needs first, no matter what.
And again, I completely understand that she's always going to be your #1 priority. But I just hope that if I meet her that we can get along and then maybe one day get married. But I think we can both agree that Kaylee's feelings about this are the most important.
Oh, thank you so much for being so kind and understanding about this, Rod. I'll ask Kaylee how she feels about meeting you soon. Maybe the 3 of us could go out for lunch somewhere or something.
That would be amazing! I would really, really like that! Is it bad that I'm already starting to get kind of nervous to meet her?
And just what is there to be nervous about? It'll just be a normal outing, you know?
I know, but it's just... Well, I guess I would just hate to screw up and do something to make her not like me.
I think that as long as you act like your usual charming self, that we're not going to have any problems at all with that. And thank you so much again for the lovely time tonight. I really enjoyed it. I'll message you again when I've gotten back home.
Hey, Lisa, you there? I was just curious about if Kaylee was okay. Was she feeling sick today or something? She wasn't looking so good.
Oh, thank you for asking after her, but she really is fine. She's just feeling a little under the weather is all.
I see. Well, I guess it is that time of the year and the weather is getting colder. But it seems like she's only gotten worse since we met at the restaurant. I don't know. Did I do something wrong or something that might have upset her? I just hope that she's alright. I didn't do anything bad, right?
Oh, come on now, Rod. We were only together for an hour. I really don't think that you have anything to worry about with her. In fact, I kind of feel bad since you went through all the trouble of making those reservations for us and we ended up having to go back home so early.
I'll be honest, I was pretty disappointed. More than anything, I was just hoping that Kaylee was doing okay. So if she is, that's all that really matters to me. I just hope that you don't end up catching whatever it is that Kaylee might be suffering from right now. And please, thank her for coming to meet even though she was feeling sick.
Of course I'll tell her that, but right now she's just been resting a lot tonight. I'm sure that in the next couple of days she'll turn around and feel great, though.
Great! Well, I just really hope that whatever's bothering her goes away for good.
Of course, and when she's feeling better, I think we should try and meet again. And this time, I'll handle making all the reservations and all of that.
Thanks a lot. I really do appreciate that. But didn't you say that work was going to be getting busy for you?
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be picking up soon. And I'm already having to schedule in a bunch of meetings for the end of the year. So it might actually be a while before we can all sit down for a meal together.
Well, that makes sense, though. I mean, you are a CEO after all. I'd imagine you'd be quite busy.
I may be the boss, but it's still a small company, you know.
I'm just saying that I think what you do is incredible. You're a single mother who started her own business. You're amazing!
Well, I really do feel like I'm only getting started with my business. I want to keep working harder and growing the business so I can retire early and spend more time with my daughter.
Oh, but aren't you already making plenty of money as things are right now?
Sure, but it's not going to be enough for what I want to do. I still have my work cut out for me.
I see. Well, you know, if we got married, then you'd also be able to spend more time with her. After all, I do a great job of cleaning up around the house. You would come home from work to a clean house and a hot dinner ready to go, I promise.
It does seem like such a sweet dream when you put it that way. And I must admit, you are a good cook.
By the way, when you're really busy and aren't at home, you usually ask your mom to watch over Kaylee, right?
Yeah, that's right. Ever since she started middle school, I've been asking my mom to help out more.
I see. But then does that mean at home you're the one doing all the housework? Because if so, then you must be so busy all the time.
It really isn't an easy life, but I guess that you just get used to it. And sometimes my mom helps me clean up around the house. But I don't want to rely on her to do that work just because I don't want to do it.
I see. Well, either way, I really am glad that you have so many supportive people around you to help you out. You know, maybe one day if Kaylee and I become good enough friends, I could watch her for a day if you needed it.
You mean that you would do that for me even though we're not married yet?
Well, of course I would. With Kaylee's permission, that is, of course.
Oh, Roderick. Now I really do feel like you're always just way too nice to me.
Oh, come on, no way. We're together, of course I want to help you out. It's only natural, right?
I can't believe that you're offering me so much even though we're not even married.
Well, even before I was thinking about marriage, I was already head over heels in love with you. I mean, when we first met, I could feel my heart skip a few beats. It's like when I first saw you, I knew that you were the one for me. It really is the truth. I'm not asking you to feel the same, but I want to be honest about my feelings.
It's not that I don't feel that way. If anything, I've been leaning more and more that way for a while. But the fact of the matter is that as a single mother, I've had to put a lot of relationships on the back burner, so it comes more slowly for me.
Well, I just want to let you know that I mean this deep down from the bottom of my heart. If there's anything at all that I can do for you or Kaylee, you just let me know, okay? I promise to always be honest with the two of you. And I hope that the day comes where we can live together as a family.
Of course, thank you so much. That really does mean a lot to me to have you say that.
I just really wanted to get that off my chest. I hope that was okay to say. And I know that you're going to be busy through the end of the year, but please let me know if you'll have any time to meet. I should have plenty of free time, to be honest, so I can meet you anywhere at all.
You mean that you don't have anything going on all year?
Well, nothing in my life is as important to me as you are right now. So if you ever need help or an extra hand, I'll be there.
Then thank you so much for everything, Rod. I'll be sure to message you soon, okay? Hey, Kaylee. I was just curious if you were on your way back home from school now? I'm actually already at home now. Oh, great. Well, that's good to hear. I'm really sorry about this, but I'm not going to get home until quite late. So, can you tell Grandma that I'll be back home about 1 hour later than usual? Yeah, sure. That's no problem at all. Although there was something I wanted to talk to you about. You know, I met Roderick yesterday. Were you serious about wanting to marry that guy? Kaylee, what makes you ask me a question like that? Was there something you didn't like about him? Well, I guess that you could kind of call it that. The thing is that he kind of scared me. What are you talking about? What did he do that scared you, sweetie? Well, Mom, that guy is dead. Dead? I'm sorry, but I don't know what you mean by that. Is that some kind of slang or something? Because he most certainly isn't a walking corpse, if that's what you mean. Hold on a second. Have you been watching those horror videos before going to sleep again? I thought I warned you about that. No, Mom, that's not what I'm talking about at all. I mean, he's literally dead. You know Mimi from my class, right? Yeah, of course I know Mimi. She's come over to play plenty of times. Well, the thing is that Mimi's dad has actually also passed away as well, and one time when I went over to her house, I saw that she had a picture of her dad. But the person in the picture and Roderick are the same exact person. Hold on a second. Then, are you trying to tell me that I've been dating Mimi's late father? I mean, I don't know what else it could be. I know it sounds crazy, but I think it's the truth. I really am not sure about that. Are you positive about this? Maybe they just look alike. That's what I thought that it had to be at first, but then I asked Mimi if she had any other photos of her dad, and they all look exactly like Roderick. I mean, Mimi's dad even had the same little mole that Roderick has right by his right eye. They're the same person. I see. Well, this is really hard for me to hear because Roderick told me that he's never even been married. But it's not just that they look alike. I promise you that. I'll show you the photo when you get back home and you can see it all for yourself. I swear to you that Roderick, or whatever his real name is actually Mimi's dad. And have you ever asked Mimi just how it is that her father passed away? She doesn't even know. In fact, when we found that photo of him, Mimi said that she had just found it recently and that it was the first time she had ever seen her dad. And I guess that her mom really doesn't like talking about whatever it is that happened. I see. So then that's why you were freaking out when you saw him at the restaurant, yes? You thought that he was Mimi's dad and that I was dating a ghost or something? Well, I don't know if I thought you were dating a ghost, but I thought that something was up. I'm really sorry to have to be the one to tell you all this, Mom. But I just think that something is up, and I don't want you to get hurt is all. Well, I want you to know that I am listening to everything you're saying, but I'll have to see these photos first. But don't worry, you have nothing to apologize for at all. After all, it's not like we'd be getting married right away, so there's time to figure this out. Okay, yeah. Well, anyways, I hope that you have a good day at work. I really can't wait to see you at home.
Hey, Lisa, are you there? I think I just saw that you gave me a call. Is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I was just busy for a moment and I couldn't answer the phone just then.
Roderick, thanks for getting back to me. I called because I think you and I should break up.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Are you serious? Hold on, did I do something wrong? What's going on here? I'm sorry for whoever it might be! Is it Kaylee? Did I do something to upset her? I really didn't mean to offend her, whatever I did!
No, it isn't about Kaylee. It's the fact that I just can't trust you anymore, I'm afraid.
You can't trust me anymore? I don't follow. I don't even know what I did. Please, can't we at least talk about this? At least tell me what I've done!
You lied to me, Roderick. Don't pretend that you haven't been lying to me this whole time.
I told you that I wanted to be there for you and Kaylee, and I meant it! I've always been nothing but honest for you both!
Okay, then let's start with just one of your lies. You told me that you'd never been married before, but that isn't true. In fact, let's just go down the list. You never told me that you had a daughter the same age as Kaylee. Mimi, isn't it?
Hold on. How did you find out about Mimi? What's going on here?
That is actually quite a funny story. You see, it turns out that Kaylee and Mimi are classmates. They go to the same school and are friends. And Mimi had told Kaylee that her father had passed away. But when I saw photos of her father, I was quite surprised. Mimi's father looked just like you, albeit a bit younger.
Lisa, I am so sorry about this. I'll be honest with you. The truth is that when I left my home, it was because my wife didn't want me to be a father to Mimi. She said that it was better if she grew up never even knowing about me. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't want to ruin things. Not only that, but for years of my life now, I've been trying to put it all behind me for Mimi and her mother's sake.
I think that if anything, it was your ex-wife who wanted to forget. She told Mimi you died so that she wouldn't be hurt. But the truth is that you left your family in debt and ran.
That's a lie! That's not what happened!
It's not, though. She even showed me all of the debt documents. And then she showed all the horrible, threatening messages you sent her, too.
She showed you those?
She even had voice recordings of you, too.
It wasn't just me, though! Mimi's mother was horrible, too, and she always put me down for how much money I was making.
That's not what she said. She said that you were always spending all your family's money and taking out huge loans. You were just horrible.
Lisa, you have to believe me when I say that I'm a changed man. You said so yourself, right? My feelings for you are all true.
But that's just another lie. You're seeing several other people. All rich, single women, I might add. I thought I could trust you, but after what I've learned, I am never going to let you get near me or my daughter again. Not only that, but I am going to do everything in my power to take you down.
Wait, Lisa, please. This is all just a huge mistake. You can't do this to me. Please, can't we talk? Hello? Lisa? Are you even reading these anymore?
After that, Roderick kept trying to call me, but there was no way that I was going to be taking any calls from him. And even though I was never going to invite him over again, I couldn't stand him knowing where I lived. Then I hired a PI to track down all the other women who he was seeing and exposed who he really was to them. There were some who had given him money under false pretenses, and in the end, the police were called and Roderick was arrested. For all of his fraud, he was forced to pay out in a big way to all the women who he had fooled with his lies. When I found out that he was getting jail time, I felt like I could finally rest easy at night. Even Mimi's mother was able to have all the debt she was forced to accumulate while with Roderick transferred to him. In the end, all of the women who he had tricked, including Mimi's mother, filed to have restraining orders placed on him. Even when he does leave jail, there really won't be an inch in this town he'll be able to step foot in. My daughter encouraged me by telling me there were more fish in the sea. I really don't know where I'd be without her looking out for me. But now that I've been through this, I won't be fooled again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.